casual leader Chipotle is coming off of a fourth quarter that showed a return to bottom line growth and a second straight quarter of double-digit revenue gains. And here with me now to discuss all things Chipotle is the company's CFO, Jack Hartung. Thanks for being here today, Jack.
Hey, Alyssa, great to be here.
All right, so obviously a lot of restaurant chains took a hit amid the onset of the pandemic, but Chipotle is now delivering strong growth and you're seeing same-store sales growth accelerate.
Listen, we're really pleased with the recent trends. We got hit in the early days of the pandemic too. Our sales were down by 35%. What we're really pleased with is our customers have really adapted to our digital platform in a very quick way. Our digital sales were about 20% before the pandemic. They reached a high of 70% back in kind of that, March, April, May timeframe. And then they settle out right around 50%. In fact, as some of the closures happened in cities and states over the last month or so, we moved back up above 50%. So this digital system that we've been investing in quite a bit over the years, and our customers were adapting, but they were adapting in kind of a step-by-step manner. It just accelerated that. It probably pulled forward by 2 or 3 years, the adoption of digital, and that has come into play. And it's allowed us to turn into not only positive overall sales, but positive comps as well. And we're really happy about that.
Now, along with digital comes delivery, and another way to fuel growth is through price increases. And you said in the past that tests of price increases on delivery orders, the resistance to those price increases was low. So what do you think that says about Chipotle's value proposition to the customer?
Yeah, listen, delivery is something we were doing even before the pandemic, but it was relatively limited, like maybe it was less than 10% of our total business. And it has soared to about 25%. And we want to offer Chipotle in the way that customers want to enjoy Chipotle. And delivery is one of those ways, especially during the pandemic. We think, though, that it's going to stay after the pandemic. It's a premium convenience channel that our customers will want to use, and even when the pandemic is behind us. What we want to do, though, is make sure that the higher cost of delivering the food, of having the food come to your home or your office, is covered in that channel. So we did experiment with a number of prices, a low, medium, and high. What we found is that the customers that want delivery, they know it costs more, they're willing to pay for it. There are those customers that, as the pandemic wanes, we have seen that as they venture out, they're adopting more of the order ahead and pickup order, but the delivery channel is still staying strong. It's still right around that 20 to 25% of our sales range.
And for customers who have signed up for text delivery via mobile, that is another way to announce promotions and get some sales that way. What's the strategy around that aspect?
Yeah, I assume you're talking about, Alyssa, our loyalty program, where people will sign up not just to, they'll order digitally, but then it's very easy for them while they're ordering to also sign up for a loyalty program. So we'll give them updates on things like the cauliflower rice that we just rolled out, when we roll out quesadillas, which, we talked about the other day, that's going to happen in the near future. We can communicate new news with our customers. We can also communicate deals. We can communicate all kinds of things that we're doing as a company. So it allows us to have a personalized one-to-one relation with our customers. We also understand how they're visiting Chipotle, how often they visit Chipotle. And so we can get to know them in a way where we can offer things to them, or we can tell them stories that we think are going to apply specifically to them. So it's a much more personalized relationship, and our customers really love it.
And with the pandemic, habits clearly have changed. There's less of an emphasis on in-store dining, and in addition, I mean, there's rules preventing that in many states at this point. But drive-through is another area of interest. And so, where is Chipotle headed in terms of that previously announced initiative, and what role do you expect drive-through to have moving forward?
Yeah, we call our drive-throughs a CHIPOTLANE, so it's a very specific, CHIPOTLANE name for it. But we believe that our CHIPOTLANE is the drive for the future. And the reason we say that is there is no speaker. You've already ordered ahead on your app before you show up. You've already paid before you show up. And we agree with you on what time you want to pick it up. So if you tell us 12:15, you show up at 12:15, you're ready to go. You drive up to the window, and rather than an experience being a 3 or 4 or 5 minute experience, which a typical drive-through would be, you walk up, your order's ready. It could be a 10 to 15 or 20-second experience for you. And so it's a much more convenient approach. We have about 160 or 170 right now. We opened 100 last year. We also announced that we're going to open up 200 restaurants in 2021, and 70% of those will have the CHIPOTLANE. So our customers have responded in a big way that this is a it's a safe, a touchless, convenient, and fast way for them to enjoy Chipotle. So we're going to bring as many of those to customers as we can.
Right, reducing some of those frictions there that you see with other drive-through experiences. So taking a step back here with all of these different initiatives that we've talked about, ways to order, ways to pick up, the menu expansion, what is it that helps Chipotle stay ahead of the curve and continue to innovate with all of the other competition that you have out there?
Yeah, technology is something that we're always going to have to invest in. We've been investing for a number of years. And so even though it looks like, oh my God, all these digital opportunities, all of a sudden appeared at Chipotle, it's really been many years in the makings. I think what you're seeing with some restaurant companies out there, if they fell behind in digital, they're falling behind during the pandemic. We're seeing that the investment that we really made over the last 3, 4, or 5 years has really paid off during the pandemic. And I think more importantly, it sets us up for an even stronger exit from the pandemic. We really feel like the next few years are going to be very, very exciting for us. The fact that so many customers that hadn't tried our digital channel before were kind of forced into it because of the events of last year, that allowed them to see how convenient a digital order and pickup can be. It allowed them to see how convenient a CHIPOTLANE experience can be. And so we think that's going to allow us to leave this challenge, even a stronger company than we went into it.
Well, Jack, thanks so much for taking the time today to fill us in on everything happening at Chipotle.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Hi there. Thanks so much for watching Investing Strategies on our YouTube channel. If you want more executive interviews and analysis of key trends to watch, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date.